Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the trending mountain bike products for the month of September. It's been a minute since we've told you the most popular mountain bike products that riders like you are buying because we've been enjoying our summer. But here we are with the September products.
And it's the same shit you've seen before, but different.
The first product we want to talk about this month is from 5Dev. This is a new company we recently talked about a lot and extensively on the MTB podcast. Check that out if you haven't heard it yet. 5Dev is a fairly new brand in the mountain bike space, not in the terms of a new company. They make aerospace parts and a bunch of other top secret things that we don't even know about, but they've got this massive factory down in San Diego where they have all these CNC machines. Show them the cranks.
Yeah, the cranks. I mean, would you look at that?
Look at that!
They are incredible pieces of machinery. I mean, it doesn't even matter if you're a mountain bike geek or not. I mean, that's just kind of fancy.
It's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous, yeah. Machined in San Diego. Did you already say that?
Yeah, machined in San Diego, which is pretty cool.
I'm Ron Burgundy. You stay classy, San Diego.
They also have pedals, chainrings, and a titanium stem that's really expensive. The cranks are also expensive, but not unreasonable.
Not unreasonable.
Yeah, in terms of like a high-end crank set, comparable weight to carbon cranks, but aluminum, and they have better clearance. So after your pedal spindle, they have better clearance. So
Better
that
clearance.
170 or 165 or whatever length it is actually has more clearance than the comparable carbon crank in the same length.
Comparable carbon crank. Wow, say that 5 times fast.
Comparable carbon crank.
Comparable carbon
I
crank.
could do this all day.
He could do that all day. So you'll get less pedal strikes, which is super cool. And they're just impressive. I don't know. I don't know what else to say about them.
They make them for basically a SRAM chainring interface.
Yep, and SRAM dub spindle.
SRAM dub spindle. They also make them compatible with Specialized and Bosch motor e-bikes, and compatible with Shimano motor e-bikes for the EP8 motor.
That's right.
Definitely an interesting new brand that is worth Googling and looking at their stuff. We've got a lot of it on the Worldwide Cyclery site right now. And then next, we have
Occam?
Occam.
Occam.
We have no idea how to pronounce the brand name. We should probably call them and ask before we put them in a YouTube video, but we didn't.
And we think it's Occam.
We think it's Occam.
But it could be Occam.
Could be Occam. They make these really awesome boa infused straps. Boa infused.
I like that.
Infused, boa infused.
Infused.
It's got the little boa clicky funny thing. That's really cool. And you can put your tube, CO2, multi-tool, I don't know, whatever you want.
Whatever you want
thing.
on
It's
the trail.
basically a really high-end fancy frame strap, available in a whole bunch of different colors, as well as a collaboration we did with Occam, which has the WC logo and some topo lines on it. We also made a YouTube video all about frame straps versus hip packs versus hydration packs. Check that out if you want to see that, where we talk about how to carry sort of your riding essentials to keep you alive out there on the trail on your bike or in your backpack.
That's right. Pro tip. I mean, if you're going for a quick local rip, you probably just need a frame strap and a water bottle.
And that is the coolest strap that you can put on your bike.
Easily.
Which is why we did a collaboration with it, because they're crushing it.
Yeah.
Sense.
It's the coolest. But you know what else is the coolest?
The new ZEB.
The new ZEB. It's just gorgeous, isn't it?
It's a stealth bomber of super enduro forks.
Stealth bomber. This features the new Charger 3 damper with high speed and low speed compression, and the new air spring design with featuring Buttercups. And another new feature is this little guy in here, which you can put an adapter if you don't have torque caps, so it makes it easier to insert a wheel that doesn't have torque cap end caps.
A lot of RockShox forks, or almost all of them maybe, or at least all the higher end ones,
yeah.
They're compatible with RockShox torque caps, which is a larger hub end cap that you can install on your hub, which has more surface area, which adds stiffness to the whole front wheel connection between the fork, which is awesome. However, there is a small number of hub manufacturers out there that don't have torque cap end caps yet, and in that case you can now put a little installed shim in there, just a minor thing, but
Yeah.
cool little upgrade. In my opinion, if you have a RockShox fork that's compatible with torque caps, you should get torque caps for your hub, because it actually does make a significant difference in the stiffness of that front wheel.
Oh, and the bleeders, that's right. Well, they're under these nice little caps right here, but this will help equalize any difference in ambient or atmospheric pressure, I guess, or buildup that you would accumulate in the lower legs, and then you can go. Yeah.
And I think there might be a lawsuit between Fox and SRAM about that one.
Zooming for what?
Not our problem.
Not our problem.
Still works, still on the ZEB for now.
Well, you know what else is really nice is the clicking. Just listen to that.
High quality, and it is tactile.
That is tactile, my friend.
We should do a whole ASMR video just on fork clicks.
Ooh.
We have a standalone video on the ZEB when they introduced this thing. It's a 38 mil stanchion, amazing super enduro fork. I've actually been riding it a lot recently on Forestall because we've got a bunch of new Forestall e-bikes in the shop right now. That is a fairly new e-bike brand that's making these really premium, would you call them lightweight e-bikes?
I would call them a lightweight e-bike.
I mean, this is basically a full-powered e-bike that has a smaller motor, smaller battery, but still a ton of torque, and it weighs less than 40 pounds, and it's fantastic. And one of the demos we have in the shop has this new ZEB on it with the new damper. I was impressed with it. I mean, I think the new ZEB is very much a small refinement of the last one. The last one was also great.
Which is in mega deals.
Yeah,
right
the
now.
last version of the ZEB, which is arguably really still good, and even upgradable to the new damper, if
right.
you're ever so inclined, is on the Worldwide Cyclery Deals collection. If you're ever curious, we don't sell that much stuff on a sale, but if you go to worldwidecyclery.com/deals, you can see all that sort of stuff. Or subscribe to our emails. We also sneak it in there too.
Tell them.
So check that stuff out. Or if you want the latest and greatest, the new ZEB.
Right. But if you want a ZEB for a great deal, check out worldwidecyclery.com/deals. And now we've got honeys, patties, pedals, and bats. Honey bodies and bats. Honey's pedals, battery, and hats and shorts. Shorts and hats.
A few moments later.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Here is Slick Honey, which has been featured in trending products a few times in the past because it's still probably the most popular grease or slick honey in the bike industry, wouldn't you say?
I would say, and it is not to be confused with Burt's Bees because Buzzy's slick honey has a bee on it. Burt's Bees also has a bee on it. You do not want to use this for chapstick.
It's made for bike stuff.
Because they say, naturally in your lifetime, you ingest about 2.5 tons of chapstick.
What is this? Slick Honey works really well for your bike in grease situations in many scenarios. And it's well priced, lasts a long time, and it's just known as the best stuff.
Fork, shock, dropper post, you name it. Up next, give me one of those. Nice little Deity Deftrap. Gosh, my tongue is twisted. Deity Deftrap pedal is the composite version of Deity's famous TMAC pedal.
Yeah.
Tyler McCaul.
Yeah, he
Signature
kind of
pedal.
collaborated with Deity to make a custom designed pedal, and now this is the more wallet-friendly version because it's composite and not CNC'd aluminum. It has a huge, large platform, very square, nice and flat, I think ever so slightly concave, which means that it goes like this, so your foot kind of sits in it nicely. Big, tall, threaded pins that are not offset, which is another thing that Deity claims to help a lot, and something that Tyler McCaul himself said was a big, important factor in a pedal that he was designing with Deity. Sealed bearings, all the good stuff. Quality price point because of, the composite feature. Man, composite flat pedals really have taken the world by storm in the last decade and really outshined the aluminum stuff because of the price point and how well they still ride.
Yeah.
So Deity Deftrap. And then
Battery. SRAM AXS /eTap battery. This is an excellent thing to have on deck or, perhaps an extra one in your hydration pack or on your bike if you have access because, you never know when your battery, hopefully you do know the last time you charged your battery, maybe you don't. But your friend might not know.
So if you have GX Access or XO1/XX1, SRAM Eagle Access, wireless drivetrain, it is very smart to have a backup battery. The batteries last, so that goes on the rear derailleur specifically, or a RockShox Reverb access post. The one on the derailleur lasts about,
I don't know, I charge mine like once a month.
20 hours, 25 hours,
Yeah.
they said. But it is important to make sure you have a backup battery just in case. And so a lot of people are doing that and keeping one of those in the hydration pack. Liam actually told me a funny story. He said he always carries one with him in his hydration pack, and he's never used it for himself, but he's used it for other people he's riding with that have access that forgot to charge their battery multiple times, which makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
I did a gravel ride with a friend of mine, and his access battery died, and he's like, well, what the heck? I thought that it lasted for a year. And I said, no, that's the shifter. That battery lasts for a year. The one on the derailleur lasts about 25 hours.
Yeah.
And then once it's dead, the derailleur is stuck in whatever gear it's in. So not a good situation.
The most expensive single speed you will ever ride.
Yeah. So if you're looking for a new battery, there it is. We also sell the chargers too for those things, which is convenient to have an additional charger and or an additional battery.
Least but not last, we have got this gorgeous Worldwide Cyclery hat. Look at the ventilation. I mean, you've probably seen these hats. Probably get ads from them on Instagram, these fancy hats. Oh, you can wear it in the water and then it's all good. This is kind of like that.
If you've watched the video this long and you want to buy some WC merch, we would appreciate it. It does help us out, and we do have a cool new hat that if it fits your style and floats your boat, then give it a look. The other thing is we have a new pair of shorts for KETL. KETL Mountain is the apparel brand that we own and are working on, and these pair of shorts, the Virtue V3 and 12-inch inseam, work quite a bit better for mountain biking because of the length, and the new zipper pocket on the left as well as the right. Incredibly stretchy material. We love these things, and now they're even more tailored for mountain biking specifically because of the inseam length, and basically the rest of the fit on them is more tailored for mountain biking for this particular version. So there you go.
Couldn't have said it better myself, and that's because he designed them.
Well, not just me, but me and some of the other guys here, for sure. We are making stuff that we want to wear that's high quality, that fits into multiple scenarios, works great on the bike, and works great off the bike. That's kind of the ideology of what we're doing with KETL Mountain.
Yeah, you could eat dinner in them, and you'll be fine.
And you could spill your cocktail all over them, and it would just fly right off.
Wow, would that be the DWR treatment?
DWR, durable water repellent.
Learning over here.
All right, well, that's all for this month of September. Thank you very much. If you've watched this long, we love you. See you next time. Please share this with your mountain biker friends. Hit the subscribe button and the like button if you haven't already. And we'll see you guys in the next YouTube video whenever we publish that. I don't know.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Cheerio!
Cheerio.